And then, awesome. All right, I'm gonna pull a Jonesy and pull a card for us. Good morning, you guys. Oh my gosh. Welcome, welcome. What an exciting time. I know so many of you are just brand new today, and Tuesday is a packed day. I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. But first, I want to welcome all the new faces. We are just here getting started, so it's going to be so cool over the next few months to watch this team and community grow. We are directly partnered with Jen Perga, which is the #1 U.S. ambassador leading the forefront in the pre-launch of North American market with MWR Life. And so we also are a part of a team called Travel Society and High Flyer. So I'm going to explain the structure real quick, and then I'll pull a card. But we have a leader out of Spain. I think she lives in Spain, but she's from England, I think. Laura, who her and her husband, they have the team High Flyers. So that's well, with the onboarding that we currently are going through, because it's so streamlined and simple. Why recreate the wheel? Even as systems experts, we were like, wow, this is very clean. And I'll talk about that onboarding in a few minutes. And then we have under her Jen Perga, who we joined directly, Travel Society. So there is a Facebook page that you'll see in your onboarding. You can join. They also have a greater team call that you're always welcome to join in on Mondays at 5 Pacific. But this right here is our core team call. We bring everything that's kind of the need to know to this call. And if we ever can't cover anything, we'll give you the resources or a replay to watch. But if there's any call out of the week that you want to make sure you attend, it's this call, because this is what keeps you close to the campfire of working and the support, the hands-on support that we're going to be giving this crew. And so we just want to thank you for your partnership. Okay, we know that partnering with somebody and starting a new business, it can feel sometimes excitement, but also a little, and so what I want you to know is if at any point fear sets in, that is so normal. Okay. As a matter of fact, I can remember when I first partnered with Joan almost 9 years ago. It's funny. I remember the moment so clearly. I was sitting in the car in my garage because Anthony was sleeping, and she was telling me about this company, and I had already said yes, but I hadn't officially joined because we didn't even have a join link ready yet. And I remember ready to tell her the words, like, we're ready to come out. And I think they started coming out, and you had to coach me for like an hour. I was like, I don't think I'm going to do this. I can't believe that. And thank gosh I had such an incredible leader like Joan to plug. Oh, I can never sorry. I feel like hold back the waterworks. It's like, I swear, it's so emotional because I think there's a lot of leadership that's really great, but few leaders really take the time, right, to help people through those obstacles. And I'm so grateful because that 1 hour of walking me through fear literally changed the trajectory of my life. I was able to stay at home with my son. I've never had to go and get a job. And guys, what I want you to know is we're creating a movement for other people to do the same. Maybe you don't need have the need to stay home with your kiddos right now. You're past that season, but maybe you need to be bringing in financial support for things that are going on at home. Maybe you have, children and grandchildren that you have to help, or you're just wanting to build a legacy for. I want you to know that this place, we're building a winner's circle for each and every one, and there is room for everyone at the table. Travel is a $10 trillion space. And so today I want to talk about, in a few minutes, we're going to go through some housekeeping, but the trajectory of today is a little bit about how unique this is of a build, and a little bit of the difference too for some of you that are coming in maybe from something that's product related, or maybe you're continuing to do that as well. Great. Travel is something that can blend in super well. But I want you to commit to this. I want you to commit to not even being here a year from now, but 117 days from now. Can you commit 117 days of your life to something? Because we have our launch event coming up, and we can never come back and recreate this moment in history. So I'm going to pull a card. Let's see. Tracy says, yes, I can. Tracy, give me a number between 1 and 10. Give me a number between 1 and 10.
9.
9. Awesome. Okay. Let's see. And by the way, I think we might have a few faces too. My name is Megan Medina, and Joan Robison here. We might have a few faces who came in through Friends of Friends, and this might be the first time we're meeting, so it's just such a pleasure. Um, it says, "It is safe to look within. As I move through the layers of other people's opinions and beliefs, I see within myself a magnificent being, wise and beautiful. I love that I see in me." What a beautiful card as we talk about fear and about the fear that might creep in because of other people's opinions. Oh no, what is she going to post? Guys, me, literally me, yesterday morning, Joan saw me as we were getting ready to hit publish on our first launch post. I'm scared. I'm thinking, should I change my post? Oh my gosh, what if I get no comments? We have 245 comments. I'm just like, whoa, right? Guys, I was fearful. And now I'm like, oh my gosh, what I was thinking. And what I want you to know is maybe your post is going to have 245 comments. But who are you going to inspire through your post? Who are you going to start to plant the seeds with? Because those 245 comments, those are seeds that I've been planting for 13 years. Okay, it doesn't mean you have to plant seeds for 13 years, but go on a run to plant seeds for the next 118 days. Stay committed. Marry the process, divorce the results. Okay? Don't focus on the outcome, focus on the activity, and we will help you. Absolutely love it. So let's talk some housekeeping items. So this week we hold every week at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 Central, I'm sorry, 10, 11 Central, and 12 Eastern on this Zoom. We do post our weekly calendar in our team chat. For any reason you're not in our team Facebook chat, drop a 1 below. We'll make sure you get plugged in. Tuesdays are,
And
oh,
wait a
yeah,
minute. And the calendar's also posted under what's happening in the
oh,
boards. Yeah,
perfect.
I'll just chime in when you're,
Yeah,
yeah.
great. Thank you for reminding me of that. Yeah, you just had that added. I love it. Um, the we also have corporate has weekly Tuesday global calls, usually that are 11:30. This week it's 12:30, but we typically will post an update if we see it, so that's why we sent that text out. And then we do have a builder call going right now for the that yeah, Joan, go ahead.
And I think because we've got you guys really what we want to create is a workable schedule too. We've got a lot of stuff going on Tuesdays. So, probably starting next week, I'm going to change the leader builder call, and it's most likely going to be on, well, I don't know yet, but I'm going to be changing it out of Tuesdays. So just kind of as a heads up. All right. We do suggest that, I mean, I just say it like this, and you should say it like this to your people. The most successful people get on the training calls, right? That's where we see the most successful people. Um, I just shared yesterday on Morning Motivation my three-step kind of rhythm, if you will. And it is learn it, write it down. It's a good one. It's learn it, do it. Sorry, you guys. Learn it, do it, and teach it. And I say that to you because I sometimes see where people will get some really good ideas, but then they forget to tell their teams. So, like when Megan and I, get something that really works well for us, we come back and share it immediately. That's part of how we train ourselves and reinforce the skill with ourselves. So remember, you're going to learn it, you're going to do it, and then you're going to teach it. Because when you teach it, you're retraining yourself, and that's very important. You have to stay fresh on your skills, and you also have to remember where you came from. That's how you'll attract people. All right. Sorry, Megs.
Yes. Awesome. No, that's great. Thank you. So before I keep going into Oh yeah, no housekeeping. Sorry, let me go back. Okay, so I'm gonna pull up the boards, and guys, we're gonna be a broken record about this because this is just gonna build more leverage for you. Our team boards, and if you don't have it yet, we can drop it in the chat or you can ask your sponsor. We usually deliver it in like the welcome email. Um, so we have the welcome start here. This right here. If all you do when you sign someone up, at the very least, which do more, but is send them this text right here, copy and paste. It is so important because this gives them the step to fill out to get access to our team um, alert system, gives them access to the onboarding, and really their first couple steps to be a success. So, it as a sponsor, this is your responsibility. Okay, notice sponsor responsibility. The word sponsor essentially is in responsibility. Okay, with great power comes great responsibility. I'm just kidding. So please make sure you get people plugged into that. Um, the boards, I think it's pretty streamlined. What do you guys think? We've kept it pretty simple so far, where there's enough but not too much, right? The school has a lot more in depth, so this does not replace the school. Please make sure you go through your school training videos. They're very short, sweet, give you knowledge. But the boards is meant for hands-on tools that you need quick questions. So we have what's happening, like Joan said. This is where we can continue to put like company graphics and promos. Let's actually get Jane maybe on that to read like the weekly newsletter, Joan, to pull stuff in there. If someone's brand new, here's the things they need to know, right? Aside from this text, like they can join the Facebook groups. We have the Travel Society, a Facebook ATM sneak peek group, and then our team chat right here. Okay, we're going to replace an onboarding video probably today, so we'll put down in here apps they need, so on and so forth. Social media, this is where you'll find the first 5 days of posts and social media. We're going to talk about this for those of you that are coming. We have an onboarding call today at 12 Pacific. Anyone is invited, whether you're like, I need a refresh, great. But especially if you're new, please join us for that because we'll walk through these posts a little bit more in depth. Business presentation links, other sorts of links that we have, the Zoom calls, our back office, how to access your travel site. I think this testimonies, I've got to look at cleaning that up. Team resources, checklist, training, comp plan, and then archive team training. So we're going to put, I think that placement training I did, Joan, from a few weeks ago should definitely go in here for people to understand how the binary works, not just
It
placement,
should,
but how.
yeah, I'll double check it. It shouldn't be archived.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Go click on business presentations. I want to show you guys because we'll kind of, again, I want to just remind you on the left side are all the different business opportunities that you can share. Okay. So if you'll see, there's a Megan one, there's the gal from a couple nights ago on the corporate call, there's a Jen Perga here, and there's a corporate presentation down here at the bottom on the left that's also very, very good. If you go to the right side, this is the membership. So the top right one is just the membership. Explains in like 8 or 9 minutes the membership. The one right below it is a nice walkthrough of the Travel Advantage platform. Below that, you've got a slide deck that we use, and I often will pull that up in a recruiting conversation if I want to show someone the prices or something like that to get happily involved. And then there's another Jen Perga presentation. That one should come over to the left, I think. Anyway, we're giving you a handful of different ones so that you guys have some options. But again, you might find that the people know Megan, so you want to give them the Megan one, or you might find that they're very impressed with the fact that, our direct line, our team's direct line is through Jen Perga, and she's the one who started the, really the US expansion, so you can determine which ones you want to use. They're all good, but you might resonate or your person might resonate with another one. All right, Megs.
Awesome. Okay. And then I did the other day add this support right here. So if there's anything, guys, that you have a question on, you can always put stuff in the team chat. But there's, and that's great because we want to learn from each other, support each other, answer each other. But if there's also too something that like we don't have a quick answer, let's just get in the habit of sending an email right away to support. And then when we find the answer, let's put it in the team chat so that we can also compile like this FAQ document for us as well. So if you have any travel advantage support for booking travel, we have the US hotline number and then also the support chat in the bottom right when you're booking, or the email here. Any issues for the business would be to support at mwrlife.com. And then if you have e-wallet, I have to put the e-wallet in there, but you have an email with e-wallet support. So any pay issues. Okay, primarily it'll be this support at MWR Life if it's something around back office, how this works, how that works, and they can always funnel it to like Travel Advantage if it's more of a membership question. So this is usually a good starting point unless it's specific to booking travel. Okay. So let's hear from a couple of you guys. Let's pick on 2 or 3 on where you are having some wins this week. Maybe one thing that's going well and one thing that you're working on. Let's hear from a few of you guys. Who would like to start here? Let's see. I will call on faces too. All right, Karen,
Hi,
why don't you go ahead?
oh,
Oh,
sorry.
Amanda, go ahead, and then Karen.
Yeah, I'm not going to turn my camera on because I really don't look good right now. But I just want to say, I've been here, I think about 3 weeks now, and it's just the support here has been amazing. Like everybody is just, excuse me, just locking arms and helping each other out. And I haven't been a part of a team where it like the whole upline is just there to help each other, and it's helped me out a lot. And I actually signed up my 5th person last night, so I'm pretty excited about that. So that's my huge win for this week.
Yes, I love it. And I know Amanda just hit silver in less than 2 weeks, which is amazing. Let's give her a round of applause. Her membership is Auto Finance. She's joined the Silver Club. So when you share it with 3 active members within your team, either 3 personals or 2 personals that enroll one of them can enroll one, you hit silver. The company is paying you residually $120 a month, basically paying you your membership back, and you're still accumulating those points. Okay, and like that is so cool. The difference between, again, like a product reorder, let's say you might earn $7 to $14 a month on one order, which would mean maybe less than $50 on that versus 120. Like think of how that extra 50, 70 compound growth as you increase your ranking and your pay plan. It's just absolutely incredible. So let me check my little notes here. So you guys, today on the corporate call, if you're able to make it, there are so many company announcements that are happening between adding the private villas that are coming. We have new dream destinations, life experiences. Sorry, I almost said dream trips. It's been a while. Destinations that are coming through the life experiences today on the corporate call. I know there's one for Dallas. So definitely try to make it on there. We'll also share like a highlight of everything as well and try to pull some graphics into the boards. How many of you are registered for Dallas? Drop a 1 in the comments if you're registered for our company launch event. We are really excited about this and what we're going to be doing. Because I was traveling last week, I didn't get to do last week, but we're going to start doing, and we already gifted a winner, Miss Laura Nelms. We're going to be pulling winners on our calls. So if you haven't registered, get registered for it. We'll drop the link here. I think it's mwrevents.com. Guys, the events are where leaders are born. This is where life-altering decisions are made. Okay, we want you at the launch for the company with us there in Dallas. There's going to be a life experience built around it. It's at the Hyatt Regency in Dallas, and you can get registered. By next week, we're going to be pulling another winner for a travel gift card. Okay, so get registered today if you can. We're going to actually create a form so that way you can fill that out and make sure to enter the drawing as well. And so stay tuned for that. But right now, get registered. Head over to mwrevents.com. Many of us did VIP. You can do regular if you want. VIP just has more like closer front seating. And I'm just so excited. Like, you can't, again, we can't remake this history. We can't make this up, right? It's such an incredible experience to be able to be a part of, and it's going to be awesome. So the biggest company announcement right now is we have a promo called Bring a Friend, okay? And what that means is, and some of you are new, so the exciting part is either A, if you came in, your sponsor maybe doesn't have any of these coupons left because they're very limited. The great news is that you now have the most amazing way to launch your business. I mean, talk about coming in right now. This is amazing. So the Bring a Friend promo says that you can bring a friend into the membership essentially free. By getting started with the $99 Life Ambassador, they can come in at Elite free, okay? And they can still upgrade to Turbo, which would be $349. You will not be paid commissions on the Elite membership. You will if they come in at Turbo, and that will count in the tree somehow as well. So as them coming in, it doesn't count towards commissions this week and qualifications this month, but next month's billing, it will be incorporated. So it's a great way to stack, to help someone come in and stack, get ready for, the growth for next month. And so far, what an incredible promo. Like, I've never seen a company do a promo like this. I'm just coming out of convention, and that ends Friday. Each ambassador has only 3 coupons, okay? And let's put that graphic in the what's happening now. There's a coupon code that you can use. So they basically will sign up the same way, and they will use the coupon code. I just figured it out last night. The website 99, and what that means again is that only people that came in. Oh, it's not new people? Okay, I'm sorry, you guys. Oh, dang it. I'm so sorry. Gosh, I feel like I read all the fine print. So it's not if you're okay. Well, regardless, what we'll do, we'll figure out something. If you're new, then what we're doing actually is we're actually doing some giveaways on our calls this week. So that's weird, but it ends the 31st. So if you have been prior to the 26th and you haven't used those coupons yet, please do not let those go to waste. I know Laura's like basically out, we're out. I mean, it's just, be sure to utilize those. It's such a great way. You joined on, so is it prior to or on? I think it might be prior to, Robin, so I'll figure that out if you have them or not. Let's see. Okay, so any questions about those? I know some of us, we're still learning as we go with all the announcements. I didn't realize how much was going to be announced this weekend. Oh my gosh. So did we, any questions about some of that stuff or how it works utilizing, if you haven't already, go back and follow up with people that, you've been on the fence. What a great time to help, utilize, because you've only got so many, right? Okay, Amanda shared, I'm going to pop over because I forgot. Karen, you're up. Let's share a win that's going on right now for you.
Well, especially with this promotion going on, I am reaching out to people I never would have reached out to. So I've got a lot of irons in the fire right now. I sent out a bunch of videos, and today I've got to follow up and see if I can get somebody hooked on in.
Awesome. I love it. So great. Okay, thanks, Tracy. I see that Passport Society. Where is that? What group is that? Cool. Okay, so you guys, I want to talk for a few minutes a little bit, and then we'll kind of wrap up early. I know Tracy's going to share in a few minutes, and Joan might have something, but a little bit about really this new era of building freedom through this digital service, okay? I want you to shift your perspective on the type of build that this is, okay? So, and again, I'm going to talk a lot about, you'll hear me talk now and also on presentations about products. And I always want you to know this is never a mock at products by any means. I just want to shift the perspective of understanding the difference and the benefit in building with a service as opposed to a product when you think longevity and residuals. So with a, with product, a lot of times there is, the auto ships and really chasing the volume, okay? Chasing the volume for the month, especially every month starting from fresh, okay? I want you to think about with products, how many people on average actually reorder after month one, and especially every single month, okay? A lot of companies will claim that they have like an 80% retention, all the things, but typically that is because there's so many reps, it's so rep heavy, right? Which again, is not saying is a bad thing, but when you look at the actual retention of a customer and not a rep versus someone who's like pot committed in the business and has a much higher buy-in to using the product, it's much lower. Okay. So, and that's fine. Again, I love products. If you have products that you're sharing, that's great. I'm not saying anything bad about it. But I want you to understand the difference of building residuals around a service that people have the desire and need for, that when they join have more of that long-term mindset of, especially here, building a travel savings plan, right? Travel isn't something that's just one and done for people. And if it is, it's something they don't want to be the case, and that's exactly why they come here, okay? So this is a lifestyle movement, and it's a much leveraged way to build. Okay, so I don't also want you to be disencouraged, right? Like if like, oh my gosh, so and so came in and they canceled, right? It's okay. It's okay, because I want you to think of how many people come in and then they never do anything. In a sense, right? Of if you've done products before, like, oh, okay, well they came in, but maybe they didn't officially cancel, but did they ever do anything, right? In your build, right? And if they didn't, it's okay. I'm not saying anything about that. But for you as a rep, I want you to have the mindset of understanding that not everybody is going to do so much or even anything, and that's okay. We're in business for ourselves, okay? Like for ourselves, but not by ourselves. But I can't choose what Joan's desires are, control her desires, or Karen's, and vice versa, nor should we, okay? So it's such a different build because we are really building this foundation that stacks upon each other for long-term growth, right? Versus, okay, you can go out and sell, $100,000 this month, but then what about next month? Maybe 15,000 of that is on reorders. This is an example from a leadership perspective of like, okay, maybe there's 15,000 on reorders. I would much rather say, okay, we did 100 memberships this month and sure, 15 canceled, but then 85 are still on membership next month, right? Do you guys get that? Okay, I'm just throwing that random numbers out, by the way. I'm just giving you an example. So, and I'm also setting a little pace of like, guys, you're gonna have someone cancel eventually, and that's okay, right? We can't control that, and that's totally fine. But if you think back, okay, well, what if someone who bought your protein didn't buy ever again after month one, but they didn't send in like hey, Robin, I'm canceling my, even though I never bought again, I'm canceling my customer account because I'm never going to buy again. They didn't send that, so it's not as harsh, but it's basically the same reality. I want you guys to know that, right? So it's really important to understand the difference in when you think about product reorders versus membership resubscriptions and building such a strong foundation here. So we have such an amazing global appeal that has instant value with people. And on the membership, the onboarding call today, I'm going to walk through the Travel Advantage site. I want us all to get in the really good habit of helping people understand how do they use their app? how do they make their first booking? Okay, because we want someone to build a story around the business, yes, but especially the product first. Because how amazing to know, okay, I've built a story around the product. Because if someone can't navigate the app, well, then what good is it then doing them, right? So that's really important. So we'll start to incorporate that into our onboarding sessions. We have onboarding calls every Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific, but right now we'll be hosting them probably daily, but we'll note day by day. Like today we're doing one at 12. We'll be doing pop-up onboardings for people that are coming in right now. And who knows, we will shift to whatever the needs of the team are. Okay, so if there's a need for it, we will fill it with more onboarding calls. I want you guys to know that. And any suggestions you have, like we're open to. So I want to invite Miss Tracy Rogers, our soon to be platinum and just such an incredible powerhouse. It's been such a blessing to partner with her. She's just filled with faith, freedom, and force, that's for sure, and lots of passion, even early in the morning. And she agreed to share a little bit about, oh, there she is. You're on mute. Hang on. Ask to unmute.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I didn't know I was coming on early, so you get this face, but that's okay, because you know what? That's why God created makeup, because he can do a miracle on me every morning when I put it on. Good morning, you guys. I just want to share something really quickly with, because a lot of you are brand new, and good for you for being on here. Congratulations for investing in yourself. So what I want to share is, this is a different build. And I don't know about any of you on this call, but I'm just going to share my story real quick and what I did to get where I'm at right now. If you would have told me September, in August or September, that our team would be hitting platinum here just any moment, I wouldn't have believed you. So I saw this come to the United States in May. I watched Jen Perga, Julie Burke, all the, 7-figure earners I know from other companies. And I watched them. And honestly, I'm going to tell you what, I was kind of going, what is that? Huh? And I was interested, but not, if that makes sense. Like I was curious. And I probably had 20 people reach out to me and say, hey, take a look at this video. And I would watch the first 5 minutes of a video. So I'm telling you, if you just send a video to people, I guarantee they're not watching the whole thing. 9 out of 10 are not watching the whole thing. They're like me. They're watching the first 5 minutes and they don't get it, because it's not like anything they've ever done. It's not like a company where they sold a product and they had a website and they go on the website and order and blah, 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 blah. It's nothing like that. So I would watch the first 5 minutes and I would get back to him and say, hey, thanks for thinking of me. This isn't a fit. I mean, I was polite. This isn't a fit. But I'm going to be cheering you on. I'm going to be cheering you on. Can you guys hear me okay still? Okay, because I'm in my RV and the heater's on and it's really loud. So this went on for 4 months. Robin, we do have a really great 10-minute video that I'm sending out from Julie Burke, and I can drop it again in the one I'm sending out in the High Flyers chat. So let's fast forward to August 15th. I was in California visiting my best friend, and Joan shoots me a text and says, hey, can you get on a Zoom? I'm like, I'm in California visiting Josh. She said, well, then both of you get on the Zoom. So we did. And we were on the Zoom for a couple hours because we were catching up. I've known Joan for about over 20 years. She was actually one of my trainers for a company I was in. And then she was the top leader, one of the top leaders on my team at the nail company. Joan was actually Joan's team is actually the team that got us to Diamond. We were the first Diamond in the company. So I have a lot of love and trust and faith and belief in Joan, right? And so I listened, and then we got off, and Jessica and I are looking at each other going, what do you think of this? I think it's a scam. I think it's shady. I think this is really sketchy. Like, I don't get it. Do you get it? She goes, I don't get it. Do you get it? I said, I don't get it. There's not even a product. Like, I don't get it. Do you get it? And this went on for like an hour. And so then I sent a text message to Joan, and I said, Joan, thanks for thinking of me, but I don't think this is a fit for me, but I'm going to cheer you on. And she's like, okay. And I know inside she was thinking, you dumb girl. And so she just would kind of touch base with me. You know, this went on for 3 weeks where she would just touch base. And then she sent a text message going, hey, I'm not going to ask you anymore. I'm not going to bother you, but I really think you need to look at this. And I'm like going, well, isn't that nice what you think? I mean, that's what I thought, right? Well, I had a conversation. It just so happened I had a conversation with my business mentor, and he's been my business mentor since 2017. I've been to 28 of his masterminds. I trust this man when it comes to network marketing. I was telling him that I was looking for a new home. I wanted to find a place that I felt like it was my home and I had passion. And you know what this man said to me? He said, y'all ready? He said, Tracy, I think you should check out this travel company. And I'm like, well, as a matter of fact, so I called Joan immediately and I said, okay, Joan, I'm in. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Yeah, he's like, well, you know, Joan, if she's in it, you better look at it. So I said, look, I don't get it. I feel like somebody just dropped me off in a foreign country, but I trust you, and get the bottle of super glue out and glue it to me because you're going to be linked to me until I figure this out. So here's what I want to say. That's my story, how I got here, y'all. I told her, I don't know anybody who travels. I wasn't just a no. I was a skeptical, stubborn, hard-headed, closed-minded no. Now, how many of you guys would, you know, some of you don't know me, but how many of you guys would love to recruit a Tracy Rogers? Anybody? Okay. Would you like somebody that you recruited who's going to hit platinum in less than 8 weeks? Yeah, you probably want somebody like that. What I'm saying is you guys don't prejudge, because I wasn't just a soft no. I was a hell hard no. And here I am. How did I get here? How did I get from the place where I thought it was sketchy and a scam and I didn't get it to where I'm at now? I'm going to tell you, because what I did have going for me is I trusted Joan. Your friends trust you. So all you got to tell them is, look, you know, if you get in and you do the following, it will click. I promise you it'll click. So here's what I did. I got in and I was on every Zoom. I watched every replay. I went to YouTube and I typed in MWR Life at the YouTube University. And if it was in English, I watched it. And there were some people I resonated with and there were some people I didn't, but I had my notebook out, and the people I resonated with, I took notes. I made the time to invest in myself. When I realized that this is a different breed, this is a different build, and I realized that, you know, if you're selling like Clio Color, Color Street, Tupperware, a health and wellness product, if you're selling something like that, we rely on, hey, I'm going to get my kit, I'm going to get my website, people are going to come order from me. You know, no, that's not how this is. So I needed to switch my mindset. I needed to just figure out that mind shift. And Joan talks about that a lot, right? So that's what I did. I jumped in and I studied. And I thought, if I'm going to do this, I owe it to myself. I've just invested this money. I owe it to myself to know what this is about. I'm not going to learn it by osmosis. I'm not going to learn it just because I joined and I have a website. This is a different build. I'm so grateful that I took the time to start figuring out. And when I did figure it out, you guys, it clicked, and it clicked hard. And I remember when it did really click, because even people would say, what are you selling? I'm like, I don't know, but you need to do this. It's not a product. You just need to do this. But when it clicked, and why did it click? Because I invested in myself and I invested in my business and I took the time to learn it. But when it finally clicked, I remember sitting on the bed in here. I just made the bed, and it just clicked. And you know what I'm selling? And I'm really emotional about it. What I'm selling is I'm selling the opportunity that families can create memories and experiences that they may have never been able to have before. They can take a 5-star trip on a 2-star price. What I'm selling is memories. What I'm selling is that people are going to look back and remember the trip they took with their mom or their husband or their children. That's what I'm selling. I'm selling a way to create memories and experiences that they may never have been able to do before. And when that clicked with me, I got on fire because like, I took my grandson to dinner the other night. He's 9. And we went to our favorite restaurant, and he has his iPad there. It was just him and I. And I said, Sawyer, Gigi's here at dinner. I want to talk to you. Put your iPad away. We're having dinner. We're going to converse. And he did put his iPad away. And that's when it really hit me that, man, we're living in a world, I remember my mom used to say, don't let the TV be a babysitter. Okay, that was back in the 80s, right? We didn't have cell phones. And now, I mean, you can't even go into a restaurant without seeing little kids. And I get it. Like, I get it. Had I had iPhones that played whatever, Bluey or whatever they're watching, I probably would have had it on too at the table so that they were quiet. But we're living in a world where people are so, and kids are so engrossed in their devices. We are as adults too. And so I remember looking at him going, wow, people really need to have experiences with their family. They need to have memories. And that's what we're doing here. And that's when it all clicked with me. And so I want to encourage you guys to invest, and you're here this morning, so give yourself a pat on the back, everybody. But nobody's going to learn this by osmosis, because it's something that I'm assuming most of you on here has been in another network marketing company where you sold a product. And this is a different breed. But I'm here to tell you, I have never loved anything as much as I do this. And my prayer, I was with a company, some of you know, some of you don't, but I was with a nail company. I helped them launch in 2017. I was with them until 2022. I was the first person to hit the top rank. We had 45,000 people on our team. We were doing about $12 million a month. I made $6 million in 5 years. I was passionate about that, and I lost that passion when I left. And we won't go into that, but I just desperately wanted to get it back. I wanted to wake up every day and be excited to get on the phone and be excited if I had to do a Zoom at 9 o'clock in the morning. I just wanted to be passionate. And I found it. If you would have told me, even in September, that I would feel the way I feel about this, I wouldn't have believed you. But I love waking up every day. I love Sunday, and I typically don't work Sundays, but Sunday I did 9 three-way calls, and I couldn't wait because I'm excited about this, and I want to help other people change their life financially and be able to travel with their family and create memories and experiences that they never would have had. When I die, my grandkids aren't going to remember what I got them for Christmas, but they're going to remember the trip that I take them to Rome. So now what I'm doing is when my grandkids turn 14, I'm going to be taking them on a trip wherever they want to go. Because guess what? We'll be able to afford it now. When I die, I want my grandkids to say, I remember when Gigi took me to Greece. I remember when she took me to Rome. I remember when she took me here. Wherever they want to go, I want those memories carved in their hearts. In 2019, I took my mom on a cruise to Alaska. It'd always been on her bucket list to go through the Inside Passage. And I took her on a cruise to Alaska, and I spared no expense. We won't talk about how much money that was. I wish we'd have had MWR then. But it was the greatest memories I have with my mother. I mean, I think about that cruise and our time together every single day. And in February, she'll be 84, and I'm going to take her on a cruise next year to somewhere warmer, right? And I'm not going to tell her about it. It's a surprise, because I want more memories deposited in my heart. Because she's going to be 84, and my dad's gone, and I want those memories. And I wouldn't be able to share those memories and have that kind of experience unless it was for this company. And so, you guys, this is more than just a travel membership. This is bringing people together and putting memories in their heart that are going to be there until they die. And that, to me, is the greatest gift that we can ever give anybody. So this is an onboarding Zoom, and I'll just end it with this. Continue to plug in. Some of you are brand new. You're excited. You're on the call this morning. Continue to get on, even when you don't feel like it, even if you have to turn your camera off. The more that you hear it, the more that you are around it, the more excited you get. And then I want to challenge you to do your due diligence and go to YouTube University and check the videos out for yourself and see what resonates with you, what clicks with you, because we all have a different way of learning, right? Some people, Megan could tell me something and Joan could tell me something, and I might hear it differently from each one of them. But the important thing is that we hear it. So surprisingly the most amazing thing I've ever seen and I've ever done. And the passion I have for this makes what I did before look like nothing. I mean, I just am so excited about it. And um, it's a slower learn. You're not going to come in and know it the first day. And I don't want you to expect that you're going to. Some of you are picking it up quicker than others. But if you're like me and it took you a long time, that's okay. But if you are having a hard time picking it up, then invest in yourself to find the videos that resonate with you, find the trainings that resonate with you. Joan and Megan are great about having something every single day to plug into. Every single day, they've got something for us to plug into. We could not have a better upline. I'm here to tell you that right now. We could not have a better upline. Not only do they have their own coaching and systems business, but they're incorporating it and giving it to us to use. And some people have paid thousands of dollars for that training. We get it for free because they're our upline. So I'm just really excited about this. I know that I went through a stage where I was frustrated, right? And I wanted to bang my head against the wall, but I just kept digging in and digging in and digging in, and I'd throw up a video on the TV or I'd throw up, whatever. So it's just really important that we invest in ourselves and invest in this business that we're going to do. I want to end it with this one thing because I know we're doing this free elite for $99, but I just want to throw out something that how I'm reaching out to people and I'm excited about it. I did pop in the little graphic and I highlighted about that because somebody was asking about the October 26th thing. So the Passport Society, Megan, that's my group. That's my team group. You're going, who's the Passport Society? So that's my team group. And I put stuff like that in there so they can see it because things get lost in that chat really fast. And so what I do want to say is how I'm leveraging these passes. I'm just going to use that $99 for people that really desperately want to do this, but they just can't come up with the 333. So obviously, I have two lists. I have a list of people that my turbo people, and I have a list of people that are my $99 elite people. And I'm starting with my turbos first, and I'm going to tell you why. So I just reached out to somebody and they're signing up today. And I said, hey, look, the turbo is normally $588, but I've got a pass and it ends this week and you can get your turbo membership for only $349. And they go, I said, I know, right? And for those of you who are new, I didn't get it. You might be smarter than me. Again, I was closed-minded. I will say that. So it's my own fault. But I didn't understand until recently that turbo, for me, the best benefit of that is the company matches our membership fee that goes into our piggy bank. So I already have to pay $119, which I don't pay out of my bank account now because I'm silver when I hit silver, but our membership fee is $119 a month. Let's round it off to 120. I don't have a calculator in front of me. So at the end of the year, that's $1,500 that's going into our travel piggy bank. But at Turbo, the company's going to match, they're going to match our 119 membership fee. So now 240 is going into my bank account, travel bank account, piggy bank. And at the end of the year, I've got $3,000 in loyalty points or travel dollars. Why wouldn't I want free money? That's like a 401 matching, K thing, right? So what I'm doing is I'm going, hey, I can show you how to get all the benefits of having the company match your membership fee into your piggy bank at only $349 instead of $588. Did you want that pass? So and the reason I'm doing that, I want to get them the most value and I want them to get the matching, credits every month. But also we do get paid on that. And it is in that email. And I think it's in what I posted, but we will get, that triggers our commissions right then and there. If I'm reading it right. I mean, I've read it 100 times. I could be wrong, but I think I'm reading it right. Where if they upgrade to turbo at that time for 250, then commissions are triggered. It's just the word triggered. So one, I'm still getting paid. And two, they're getting the double points. They're getting free money from MWR every month in their piggy bank. Why wouldn't I want to sell that value to them? So that's what I'm starting with. And I'm going through all my people that I think would be interested in turbo and offering the turbo. If I can get you the turbo for $349, can we sign up today? Now, I'll probably go through all three of mine right away. But if I don't, if somebody's that I love dearly and they just don't have the money, I get it. I had to scrape it up. a lot of you did, that I'm going to say, hey, you know what? I've got a pass here that expires this week, and I only got a couple, but I can get you the elite membership for only $99. This is a great thing. So, don't rule out that turbo membership for $349 because it's 99 plus 250, because if they can do $349, then they're going to love it because they're saving a lot of money of $588. But I have two lists. There's two ways to work that. But I just want to say, you guys, welcome to MWR. Welcome to this team. Honestly, one of the best teams I've ever been around, and it's the real deal. And just to have Megan and Joan leading us is a great thing. Invest in yourself, invest in your business. Don't wait till you learn it by osmosis, because you ain't going to learn it by osmosis. I promise. But if you invest in yourself a little bit every day, you're going to find that pot of gold, and you're not even going to believe. The more I learn, or, literally the more you learn, the more you earn. And it's true. The more I'm learning about this and figuring it out, and I still don't have it all figured out, but my passion and my enthusiasm makes up for it. Right. So invest in yourself. That's the best advice I can give you. And you will hit the wall of frustration. We all do in whatever business we're in. But what helps me is just flipping on a video and getting back into that and learning something new and keeping myself engrossed in it. So with that, you guys, you're probably all way ahead of the game of me, because Joan's gonna, one day we'll walk across stage, as I'm a royal and she's a royal, and they just gave me my $1 million house, and she's gonna literally take the microphone and go, yeah, let me tell you about this girl. She was the most stubborn, pig-headed, negative, closed-minded person I'd ever talked to, and now look at what she's done. So don't prejudge. If you've got somebody that's like I was, they could be your best team member, because once we get it, right? We get it. So thank you, Joan and Megan. Thank you, Joan, for staying on me for, she believed in me enough. She believed in me more than I believed in myself. I told her, I don't know anybody who sells travel, who wants to buy travel. I don't. But Joan knows me. She knows my heart. She knows my soul. She knows my mind. And she believed in me enough to continue to circle back and check on me. And I was praying about it. And I do believe to this day that conversation with my mentor, where he said, have you looked at this travel company? That it just all, I knew right then. I went, okay, Lord, I don't get it, but I'll do it. I'll do it. So thank you, guys. Let's do good with this.
Give it up. How nice. What a good story. So you guys, you heard right there from Tracy that, people don't understand everything at all times, and you don't have to know everything to share it, because you have Megan, myself, and you have other mentors here that can support you. And when it's on your heart, because I'm just going to say this, I am somebody that follows up really thoroughly. I always have been that way because I know the odds. And if you guys don't know the odds, well, I'll actually share the stats with you in the High Flyers group, but I basically clean up on all of you guys. That's the truth. Most people will not follow up 7, 8, and 9 times. I will. And when I say clean up on all of you guys, because I know that most people don't do that. And in network marketing, in sales, if you want to have an edge, you got to be willing to do what other people aren't doing. So I'm giving you a clue right now that people don't understand that in sales, it's not network marketing, it's sales. And I've been in sales my whole life. Okay, since I was like 4th grade, literally, I was selling donuts. Anyway, that's for another time. But what I want you guys to know is you have the edge. Once I give you these stats, and I believe it's like there's about 6 to 7% of people that don't follow up to the 6th, 7th, or 8th time. And that's when the sales are made. That's when over 90% of the sales are made. So see, I come in when I say I clean up on you guys, I mean, I clean up on anybody because you have no idea how many people I have talked to that have already talked to people that never got back to them. And I'm looking at probably 4 people right here on this call that told me the exact same thing. And I can see 2 of them shaking their head, knowing that's true. That's where it counts because that shows people that you give a shit. Pardon my language, but it shows people that you care. You're not just doing it for the sale. Now, am I going to get more sales than most people? You're damn right. But the truth is, I really do care. And I care enough. Like it was on my heart with Tracy. Like it was like something was like, call her again and again and again. And that is divine. That's God putting that thought. Okay. But yeah, I did call her and basically said, hey, we're going to be going places with or without you. You might want to go ahead and get on this damn boat. She's like, okay. You know how she gets. So anyway, all right, Megan, I'm turning it back over to you just to wrap up everything. I think we have a training today.
Yeah. So, well, 12 o'clock onboarding call. Yes, we'll go over more in depth what you should be doing your first 5 days to launch success. Um, I love that you shared that about the follow up because I don't think that people actually have a leads problem. I don't think anybody here is like, oh, I've never had anybody express trust, any interest. People typically, we have a follow up problem. So if you're not, I hear it over and over again from students. I don't know how to keep my leads organized. There's a lot of digital fancy ways you can, I'll be honest, but still, even me and Joan, automation queen, look at this. Lisa, your name's on here. You got marked
Okay,
up.
look.
Yeah, like there are several lists. Yes, they go in a database so we can drip. But why do people join? Because we take personal time. I mean, gosh, like Lisa, my friend, is on here. I think this is the right Lisa. But like we got to talk about her son Ian this morning. We got to talk about her goals and plans as a mom, like her direction. She's started, learning about life insurance. That's connection. That's why we do what we do. I don't expect anybody, very rarely, maybe further in the future, will I ever email out a join link. Okay? Because guess what? Lisa was joining anyways. Huh, Lisa? Tell him in the chat. Tell him. But guess what? She may have joined she probably would have joined if I just sent her the link. But that's not how I operate. I might send the link after we talk, sure. But guess what? I want to know, why is she doing this business? And that's why people will join you when you take the time to follow up, right? Like Joan was talking about. So keep your leads organized. And guess what? I'm going to leave you with this one little social media nugget, what you can do. I want you from this call to make a list of all the people that you've started conversations with, okay? And really, you might have to think deep and like, okay, maybe for some of you, it's only 5 people. So maybe some it's 50. And you're like, oh, only one person's joined, as an example. I don't know. But get them all on a piece of paper or a Google sheet, in Excel, wherever you can. I like Excel. Even though I use my hot list, I still use Excel. This is like, who am I talking to today and tomorrow? My Excel is like where people from last week go. But now, every day you work your lead list. That doesn't mean you ask them, are you ready to get started? That means you go to their damn profile. Sorry, I'm heated now. Joan got me heated. You go to their profile and you comment. You engage. You become more deeper friends. The next day, oh, I see this person's on my list. Go comment on their story. Make it a goal. If you've got 50 people that over the last month you've talked to, make it a goal. This is on my plan to do a training.
Yeah.
Every day you work 5 to 10 people. And what do? You go to their profile, you go to their story, and you comment, right? And then every other time, maybe you check in with a DM. But you always switch it and you stay in engagement. You drop an encouraging message. So I want to encourage you to get all of your list on there. Oh, there's a prospector thing in the app. Awesome. Tracy's figured out the whole damn company. I mean, geez, before us. So see, you find people who are better than you, who can figure stuff out faster. I love that. There's a prospecting thing on the app. That's awesome. So you can track it in there. Um,
Hey,
so, oh,
but
follow up
yeah,
stats.
just I put you guys, I did put this too in the high flyers, but look at this. You got to know this stuff. 48% of salespeople never follow up after the first contact. So those of you guys who get ghosted the first time and you're like, yeah, forget it. Okay, that's 48% of you. 25% stop at the second contact. No, they never answered me, or they said they were making a pie. Haha, Deb. That means only 12% ever make more than 3 follow-up attempts. Are you guys ready for this? If you don't have sales going, if you don't have people joining you, you got to be honest with yourself. Look at 80% of the sales happen between the 5th and the 12th contact. But 92% of salespeople give up before the 5th. Do you remember what I said? Whatever I said, the 7% of you, that's what I thought it was, 5 to 7. I clean up on you because 92% of the salespeople give up before the 5th contact. So, you guys, you got to know this stuff. And remember, someone the other day said, I don't want to follow up too much. What the hell is that? That is not a good comment. You cannot follow up too much unless you're doing it repeatedly in a day and becoming like a needy person. But here's the deal. Half the time, they don't even recognize you anyway. You're just not that important. And I hate to say it like that, but we all get so caught up with this. I don't want to be salesy. I don't want to do that. I don't want to appear. Nyeh, nyeh, nyeh. I'm going to tell you something. No one cares that much. They don't. And if they do, they'll be joining you. Trust me on this. Okay? And the only people that are going to talk anything negative, maybe, I don't even think about that, but the only people are people that are doing less than you. They're called maybe a little unhappy in here, because I don't ever think about who touches me or who doesn't from a follow-up standpoint. But I'll tell you something. I know for damn sure when someone has good follow-up, and I will answer them. All right. Jeez.
All right. So with that, if you guys took anything from this call,
I got to get on my follow-up. Can I go?
yeah. So, all right, guys. Well, we'll see you at 12. And then if for those of you that want to go through onboarding, any questions, let us know in the team chat. Corporate call at 12:30. Presentation tonight. Tuesdays are just busy. Wow. Lots.
Wait. I sent that follow-up not to you. I sent it to you. Oh, for the love.
Let's put it in the team chat actually too.
It's already there, yeah. And here it is here, you guys. Just copy and paste it if you want it. It is in the team chat too. All right. Okay, guys. See ya.
Thanks, Tracy, for sharing. Amanda,
guys.
Karen. All right, guys.
Oh, wait. We got our another prospecting call. I mean, overview tonight too. So
Yeah.
be inviting there. I think Megan already said it, but we'll close up on that. Invite tonight. Does that rhyme? Invite tonight. Okay, bye.
All right.